I'm one girl. I'm one girl trying not to get carpal tunnel. And that's the story of my life. Okay, so we're at Monticello Market again. We've been here it's probably almost 10 o'clock. I didn't really film much of my setup. I didn't feel like it. I'm really tired. So I almost didn't come to this event. It's very like dark. Well, when we woke up, it was very dark and gloomy. I mean, we left the house at like 6 o'clock. Well, 6:30, 6:15, whatever. We left the house at like 6:15. So I was tired. I didn't want to wake up at like 5:30 this morning. Luckily, I have a wonderful husband who does all of the work in the morning, and I just roll out of bed and get dressed. So, love that. There's a guy in a car staring at me. It's kind of weird. Maybe he's just wondering what's going on. But yeah, so we're at Monticello Market. It's pretty sparse. I'll have to show like a clip of the vendors, but there's not a lot of vendors here. I actually ended up moving my spot to be beside Shane, and luckily I did, because he'd have been over here by himself if not. The other people didn't show up. But yeah, we're out here, trying. It's looking like it might clear up. I kind of don't mind the overcast because then it's not so hot, but there is a breeze and I'm kind of freezing. And it's the one time I didn't bring a cardigan because I was like, there's no way we'll need a cardigan in August. Now I'll always bring a cardigan. I'll be saying, I say this now, and then in a couple of hours I'll be sweating and saying, oh my God, I'm dying of a heat stroke. So it is what it is. Let's do some flower making. That was probably too much. Okay, so it is 11 o'clock, and it's been pretty decent. First off, the weather, it's sunny now, so it's less dreary looking, but the breeze really helps the day go by. Makes it feel so good. I've actually somehow made $108 already. I don't know if I'll keep making that, but I'll take it because it's very much needed. I've been making some bead. You saw the lavender earlier. I just started making these. Pretty cute. So yeah, it's been really good today. Surprisingly, the weather is great. I hope it stays feeling like this because Shane is using my fan as a charger because I couldn't find my battery and I didn't charge my other external battery. So I don't want to have to use the fan. But so far it feels really great. And I mean, it's 11 o'clock, so I feel like it's only going to get a little hotter maybe. I say that, I might be regretting that statement. You know, it's a nice day when there's a million motorcycles out ruining your shots, but that's okay. Whatever. But what were we talking about? Oh, just the day in general. Yeah, it's been really nice. I've said that probably like 50 times. Whatever. Also, I'm trying out bringing the mic closer to me because I feel like my past videos have been too quiet. So we'll see how this works. I'm officially one of those people that holds the mic in front of them on the camera, and I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know what else to say. I guess I can just talk in general. I'm ready for busier market season. Like summer, it's always hard to find a busy market. Typically we have trouble even finding markets. So the fact we've been doing this every other week, that we haven't had something better, has been nice because it's a little bit of chunk change, you know? It's more than if I would have just sat at home. And I mean, it's only $20 for this event, so it definitely turns out to be worth it. We have a trip coming up, which I'm super excited about, but I am a little nervous that I won't have enough product because when we come back that next weekend, we have a big event, like 2-day event. So I'm trying to... Okay, most of the super loud cars have passed by. I'm going to talk more into the mic so that hopefully I can cut out the noise later. But yeah, so I have a really big 2-day market in September, and that, like, I'll be out of town. I won't have time to market prep right before it, which is usually when I do my best work. I work great last minute, but that's okay. I'm trying to get ahead of it now. There might be people coming over. Hang on. We'll come back to this if so. I just watched this man pick his nose. Maybe he was just scratching it, but it looked like he was picking it. We're going to see if that adjustment to the mic helps. Or might hurt me. Who knows? I'll find out when I'm editing it or watching it back, because there's so many loud semi-trucks that drive through the square. Anyways, that's just me whining. But yeah, so I'm working on market prepping for that. I'm doing pretty decent. I would like to have $10,000 worth of product made by that point. I'm probably not going to. I'm at like 5,000 right now. But I'd like that because, not that I expect to sell all $10,000 at this 2-day event, which, oh my God, if I did, miracle, beautiful. I would cry. Somebody else is coming. Hang on. Okay. I don't remember what I was talking about. I probably should have checked before I turned on the camera. But yeah, wind has picked up a little bit. I have attached my tent to my containers back here because I was a little nervous. As long as it doesn't ruin any of our tents, I'm thankful for it because I haven't broke a sweat today, and I love that. Okay, anyways, but yeah, so big event, September. Back to that. I am working towards having that kind of product. Like I was saying, I want about $10,000 in product, not because I think I'm going to sell 10,000, but because then for my next events, I most likely won't be needing to stock up as bad because I'll already have a bunch. Hopefully at that event I could make 10,000. That would be a miracle. But I've yet to break 2,000. So that's really my goal this year. My goal last year was to have an event that I broke 2,000 at. And I had one that I was really close. Or maybe, I can't remember. I'd have to look back. But I think last year I had one that was really close. I had a couple that were really close. But I would really love to do that this year. It'd be really cool to like do even more, but we'll start with 2,000. I won't get crazy. But that is a couple months away, so that's fine. But yeah, so I've got to start prepping for, it's crazy to say this in August, but I've got to start prepping for holiday season. I haven't made any holiday product, Halloween stuff I need to make. Christmas, I will hold off on a little bit, but can't hold off on it for too long because then I won't have time to make enough where it would matter. Usually I end up forgetting and then I make it last minute and I only have like maybe 5 items. And then people are like, well, why didn't you make more? And I'm like, because I'm one girl. I'm one girl trying not to get carpal tunnel. And that's the story of my life. That's the big thing, is prepping. But then I got so distracted making this cute little mushroom man, which if you've seen my shorts or my reels or whatever you follow me on, he's adorable. I'm probably going to do a whole video talking about like designing outfits for him, which is kind of not benefiting my market prepping, but it's a fun little distraction. Sometimes it's really nice to take a second and make yourself something. so that you don't get burnt out, because I was getting a little burnt out. But I've also just been absolutely exhausted lately, so we'll get there. Well, I won't be hard on myself. I have a decent amount of product, but if I can get to 10,000, that'd be the goal. But yeah, so I'll stop yapping for right now, and I'll check back in, well, if I do any better. Hopefully I make at least, like, 150 would be cool. That's only a couple more sales if I'm at 108. But we'll see. See you in probably 1 second for you, but could be an hour or two for myself. Okay, let's talk about the market. Now, instead of a few hours, it's a few weeks, but whatever. The market, after that last clip, the market didn't end up doing basically anything else, maybe like 1 or 2 more sales, but it still went pretty decently. So in total, we made $173, which is pretty great. I did not expect that. So in total, we sold 18 beaded flowers, 2 sushi rolls, 1 axolotl, 2 T-Rex dino nuggets, 1 pig in a blanket, which was cool, 1 cat, 1 frog hanger, and 1 banana. So I would say pretty successful. But yeah, super great. We did end up going back the next week. You'll see that video next. Completely opposite in almost every way, which is crazy. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this market vlog. Have a great day. Bye.